Hello everyone, my name is Jasper again. On this video, I will be teaching you guys everything about Dragoon. Now, I will be cutting this move video into three parts. First is the introduction, the job trees, and the job affinities. Next will be strategy showcase. I will be fighting a certain enemies and teach you how to properly use the job ability and some of its techniques. Lastly is the build suggestion. Now, these build suggestion are just my preferred ones, but you can always make your own build as long as you have the right stats of your equipment and everything, and also the master points. So let's get started. Let's see what does the Dragoon do, not the items. God, dolalo. Dragons. There you go. Dragoon can jump with R2. This allowed them to leap into high uh, and to avoid enemy attacks after a certain amount of time. Yeah, this is basically the job for Kane in Final Fantasy 4, if you ever know that game. And the mastery of this is basically just move forward. So let's go for the job trees. As you can see, and the mastery, jump mastery. Move R2 to forward while jumping. So you can also hold R2. This range is actually crazy. It's really long, and it actually can follow the movement of Cactor. But Cactor is still the fastest movement. So about the passive stats, we get Soul Shield MP recovery, Lightbringer duration, and physical damage. So that's about it. And the abilities are Backstab from the Lance, and I think there's another one, Lance, and the Aerial Break. Aerial Break is the one that lightning, yeah, the one you spin with the lightning, spin and smash. So the job routes are Breaker, of course, Breaker and Liberator. Now the command ability is Lancet. Now once it's disactive, whenever you are hitting enemy with the weaknesses, you recover HP and MP. Actually, there's a Violet effect. Uh, Rarely use this because ever since the new DLC 2, you actually activated the Lancet when you have a 600 Dragoon affinity. And for if you don't have a 600 affinity, you can activate the weakness by using the command ability of Mighty Strikes. So yeah. So have I forgotten something here on this? So let's go about the evocation ultima. The difference, as you can see, uh, there is no there's a difference with the affinity. So let's go with the affinity of the evocation first. Of course, the axe. We got the first link, which is increased break damage dealt. Someday I'm gonna use this axe build. Next will be forward. We greatly reduce the enemy's max breakage on impact. Next is from the ultima. We get another lance, which is Parry, guarantees critical hit. And for the charge link of the Greatsword, it's increased break damage, and there's a forward link which greatly reduce max break damage. The difference between the ultima and evocation job of the jump is that on the evocation, when you can now activate the jump when you are in the shielding frames. So that's more invisibility frames you can get, and it refills your breakage. Next is for the ultima. The thing is that you gain a mighty strike command ability on this link, and the more distance you travel, the more damage you get. I think they nerfed this because on the since DLC one, this was pretty much crazy. It's like a whole map. Jump to the boss and the boss just dies. So also forgot I mentioned to say, sorry, but Dragoon can use three weapons, which are the Great Sword, Axe, and Lance. And if you think that Lance is the most weapon for the Dragoon, it's fine. But there are also certain ways that you can use it for Great Sword and Axe, and especially the Evocation Ultima, you can get links for those weapons because on the basic job of the Dragoon, you cannot have a links for the Great Sword and the Axe. So let's go fight some enemies. Enemies, baby. Wait, my Lightbringer duration is on Dragoon, right? Before my Red Mage. So it's pretty straightforward if you think if you think you want to fight the enemy or close the distance, you just use jump, and it's just one bar and it's invisibility frame, so you might want to use that. Okay, let me just go jump there. Oh shit. Oh wait, I forgot to haste, baby. There you go. Take two. Let me just charge my power. There you go. There you go. Let me just charge before I trifecta. There you go, dead baby. The reason why my trifecta is so strong is because of the 600 red image that I power up with the shockwave pulse, shocking pulse. Shocking pulse. That's alright. So I can see if even if I'm here, I can just jump. Whoop. You think you're gonna attack me with that? Oh shit, wrong. Oh, eh. God, I love fighting Warrior Flight. You think you're gonna trick me, huh? Okay. Sorry if I don't talk too much. It's like when you make combos and Warrior Flight is the best way to experiment those kind of combos. It just feels so good. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Got it. Whoa, that's a 3-hit. There you go. It's like Warrior Flight was made for no U2. I do believe these moveset are common with the Tokichiro. Sorry if I talk too much. Sorry if I talk to some games. Oh crap, I used my blue mage. Oh well. This is a good one because this guy always moves out, so oh. Woo! Okay. I guess I can use haste. I have 20 stacks. Oh man, look at that. So I have blue mage though, so I guess I can use my. Come on, dimension 0. There you go. Now it's my turn. There you go, baby. So it's I think also I forgot jump is actually agility stat. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's agility and also pierce. So to take note of that. If you are using axe and your equipment stats is on strike, damage, it won't add the damage for the jump. And also, if you use the Greatsword, if you use slash damage dealt, or slash break, the jump won't benefit of it. So yeah, to take note of. But if you want to use a jump for the mobility, I understand, because the mobility is really good for the forward, for that max range uh, teleport, not teleport, just jump actually. Have I gotten something? I guess not. Okay, so let's go for the job for the build suggestion. Now, of course, the very first affinity that I suggest is going for 400% of the affinity of your basic job weapon. If you're using Greatsword, then Swordsman, Axe for Marauder, and Lance for Lancet. Now, it's always optional, but if you want to unlock all the weapon abilities and to get that extra damage boost for your weapon abilities. Next is uh, I also forgot the summon stats for 100 are 2 only. Odin is 6 strength and Fenrir is 6 agility. So there are two ways for you to build this, which is strength and agility. For strength, let's focus first for strength. So my first is of course the 600 warrior, especially if you have the 600 dragoon. The 600 warrior complements this. When your max HP, enemy weakness damages, and reduce break gauge for enemy weaknesses, and reduce MP cost for for combo abilities only, not command abilities. Next will be strength and stamina stat and enemy wall break gauge. Next for I think yeah 400. If you want to immune that, if you can also get this for just for the ring as well. 400 immune for the Lightbringer, especially if the Lightbringer of 400 Dragoon gives you speed, haste, and additional stamina bonus, stamina stat, and reduced breakage. Next would be yeah 600 Berserker, sorry, Breaker for Lightbringer. When you are finishing enemy with the Lightbringer, uh, you gain a full Lightbringer duration. Sorry, if you finish the enemy with the Soul Burst. Sorry. Next is Restore MP where Lightbringer is active, and Protect and Shell when near death. And Strength Stamina stat and refills break gauge on damage death. I also forgot to mention the affinity of Dragoon. So here we are. So 600 is basically you activate the Lancet of the Lancet of the command ability. And it actually stacks with Lancet if you want more HP and recovery. HP and MP recovery. Next will be increase attack speed when Lightbringer is active. This is actually haste when you are Lightbringer. Next is when you're defeating enemy with the Soul Burst. When you defeat enemy with the ability, you end it with the 0 HP, end it with a Soul Burst. So this complements with the 600 Berserker, which when you defeat enemy with your ability, you end with the Soul Burst and Lightbringer duration. Next is a Strength Agility stat and enemy weakness break damage. Same goes with the other stats, Strength Agility, enemy weakness damage, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so 800% is actually universal for all 800, that 20, 30, 18, 160 enhanced. Like it increases your stat. Next is this is actually a mix of strength and agility, so I guess I can mention it here. 600 abilities, so that you can always deal critical damage for your links. The links of Dragoon are charged and rare, so you might want to use that. Same goes with the Parry, but it's kind of useless because even without the Parry link, it's all critical. So yeah, 400 when you successful Parry. Next ability will be critical hit, temporarily increase damage dealt when you chain cancel, and strength and agility stat, and reduce MP cost of your abilities. Next would be for the I'm talking about strength first. I will be talking agility next. For the strength, 400 Dark Knight for always active the near death stats. Next will be increased damage dealt when being targeted by enemy. Also, I forgot 400 Dark Knight activates always the 250 of break Berserker. Okay. The next would be stats are strength and intellect, and near death damage dealt. So next is for the Burst Breaker, 600 for more strength when you Soul Shield. Next is increased damage hit when you uh, activate a Soul Burst. There's a maximum of 5 stats and applies additional strength to all strength bonuses and strength stats and increase and more Soul Shield Burst and recovery. And next is actually Summoner is a balanced one, so I guess I can mention it here. Summoner, 600, twice the power of your blessing. Next is Successful Soul Shield, increases the duration. Decrease sustain MP cost. This actually helps with my Shockwave Pulse, so I can use it more often and less MP. Next is a balanced one, but there's more on intellect. Increase max MP chain canceling. Yeah. Next is 600 Cyclic Warrior. 600 is the effect when you activate a Lightbringer, Soul Shield and Soul Burst activates. So if you have a stack power, that also increases by 1. And also the duration of, if you have the 400 Summoner, all of your buff duration will also extend. 400 using a Soul Burst, Lightbringer increase the Lightbringer duration. Now this may not apply to the 600 Berserker, but if you're using a Chaos Bringer or Dimension Bringer, it extends. Gradually increase MP limit to 200, strength and stamina stat, and reduce max breakage abilities. Now let's go for the agility build. I'd say, yeah, I think I've mentioned the Samurai. So let's go for the affinity for the Hunter, 600 Hunter. Deals more break damage according to your agility and enemy weakness damages. Next is restore MP fixed amount regardless of damage dealt. Makes it easier to perform behind the critical chance. I think this also increases your critical damages. And agility stat, there are some strength and refits breakage on break damage. Next is 600 Ninja. Man, I think I should add this to my list. 600 after avoiding enemy attack with evade, restores MP. 400 all ability have this debuff that they won't recover MP. Recover break gauge, sorry. Next is critical hits reduce enemies back break gauge. Yeah, that's it. Agility stat, and yeah, when you inflict enemy with the ailment, your MP recovery increases. Now 600 assassin. 600 assassin, more soul shield, more agility, increase break damage when you don't take damage. It stacks up to 5, and applies agility stat bonuses, and yeah, agility stat bonus and soul shield cost. Soul shield break cost increases. Yeah, so that's about it. If you want to mix the strength and agility, like these two, Shadow Ninja, I mean Ninja Assassin and Samurai, that would be great. Or also with Hunter. But if you want to use, I think the universal are basically the Samurai and Samurai, Summoner, and Cyclic. Those are kinda if you want to make both builds, if you're thinking to. So this is my build. I'm gonna show you the master points later. So as you can see, it's mostly improved on the break damage, but I have a decent amount of damage dealt as well. And these are my monsters: Bang, Lenny, Mid, Dawn, Tonberry. This is my master points, so let's go. Yeah, more on. I have stamina on this one. Oh, yeah. Guess I can change it later. This is what I love about this game, that I always modify my build. Okay, that means you can always do whatever you want on making builds. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.